Well, hello, my friends. It's 1 o'clock. Let's check and see if we have volume. We do. Love that. Love that. Love that. Almost there. Okay. Let's see if we have a good view for you guys. Is this view? I think this will work. I think it will work. Hello, everyone. How are you today? As promised, we are going to do a gift bag purse. A gift bag purse. As you come on in, say hello. As you come on in, say hello. Let's turn the camera, get it just straighter here. A little crooked. Sorry about that. As you come on in, say hi, guys. My voice is a little hoarse this morning. I am a little bit hoarse this morning, and I'll tell you why. And don't feel sorry for me because it's my own fault. I am a little bit hoarse. So we're going to make a purse this morning. And sadly, I was not able to do any more than get things cut before getting on because I went to church this morning and it ran a little over, and I was not able from last night to get things prepared for us so that it would go faster today on our live. So we're just going to chat and talk while I work to put this purse together, and you get an opportunity to see what I am creating. And then I'll just give you a little bit of story about why I think I'm getting hoarse. I want this to line up right. I don't want the white to show on the bottom of there. Hello, everybody. Come on in and say hello in the comments section for me. So I feel like I'm a little hoarse this morning, and it's not because I was screaming. I think I enjoyed my evening a little more than I probably should have. My cousin, he turned 50 yesterday. This is going to be how the handle will look. My cousin turned 50 yesterday, and his wife gave him a surprise birthday party. Probably one of the only birthday parties that I've ever been to where the individual had no idea, absolutely no idea that he was going to have a party. And when he walked in and saw everybody there, he was so happy, so amazed, and I was so excited. Hi, Mr. Walk, how are you? SJ. I was so excited that he had his little party, and he was so happy. I was so excited for him because he did not think that he would have anything. And it was just wonderfully set up the way she had it all set up for him. It was really neat. Well, I think that I enjoyed the party just as much as the birthday guy did, with all the dancing and laughing and having fun and enjoying adult beverage. That I think that's what's got my throat a little tired this morning, because I love to dance. I love to dance. And not only is my throat tired, so are my knees and my back, because I guess I'm getting older. Anyway, it was super cool because it was a family member, and I get a chance to just go out and have fun and relax. Now, you just saw me put the handles together. You saw me taking 3 pieces of paper cardstock to do the handles with. I like to do 3 pieces because it makes it a little sturdier when you use it as a bag, especially if they're thin cardstock. And I've just used the 65 pound paper for these. So when you're not using thick paper, I like to do multiple layers so that it makes it a little bit thicker and it works better for you. And this purse is coming as a special request. Someone wanted to see me do an MCM purse, so that's what we're going to be putting together today. And then we have all of these little hooks. This is a silhouette design off of the, if you have a silhouette, this is the design out of the Cricut or Silhouette Design Studio. And then I modify it a little bit because when they make their, see these little hoops, these are going to be our hoops onto the purse. When they make them, they just make one side hoops. They don't make it so you can duplicate them. And I like to make my hoops where they have duplications, colors on both sides, but we're already messing up. Let's take this apart again. I also cut extra in the event I do just what I did and screw up one. Because they should be like this. Yes. Is that right? How does this go? Let's think about this. Let me get this one out the way. That one's messed up. This is why I put extras. When you loop them together, you will loop them like this into each other. But I want them to have the backs. I don't want to be able to see the paper. I want to be able to see the board, all the gold on both sides, no matter what side the handle falls on. So I'm going to have to loop mine together like that. Okay, right? So what I will do, okay, I got it. I know what we're going to do. We're just going to glue down one side until we get them ready to loop all the way through the purse handle. These are chains, you guys. We're going to make these chains on here. So now we've got one side together, and then once we put them together, we will loop the other sides. We'll glue the other sides down. This is, can you see that? Are you guys quiet again this Sunday? Last Sunday you were pretty quiet. We were making our little items last Sunday, and I got some other things I'm going to do today too. I'm going to make a some cute little volleyball favors for a team, so that will be fun as well. So yeah, the party last night was his 50th birthday party. I mean, I had so much fun, probably too much fun. I was and they had good 50s, not 50s music, but music from our era, I guess, our age group era. So it was bomb, and it was comfortable because I felt comfortable letting my hair down because I was among family, if you want to say that. I was among family, and it was great. So the reason I say if you want to say that is because it's actually my ex-husband's first cousin, and we always joke and tease and say that I got them in the divorce because they continue to include me and invite me as if nothing had ever changed, like life is still the same, and include my husband as well. And I appreciate that about them and my family. My husband, he enjoys going because they treat him well, and we have them over for things. They treat us well. I love it that our families are co-parenting without problems, all the way down. Like my ex-husband, my current husband, his family, my ex-husband's family, my family. We all co-parent, co-family, I guess. We co-family from the top down, which makes life so much easier, especially for the kids. We only have one little person involved, but you know, when you can co-parent and get along with each other for the young folks, it makes life much easier for them. And I think it makes life easier for the adults too, because we just parent as a team instead of getting these kids involved in stuff that they don't have to be involved in. So anyway, that party was so cool. And you know, being a decorator and party person and loving to decorate, I adore the way that they had it decorated because it was in my favorite colors, the colors that I had for my wedding, black, white, always wearing black and white, and then the splashes of red here and there. It was so adorable and so much fun. It was so much fun. I think everybody that was there had fun. And then I got up and went to church this morning, and I was thinking, yeah, I might have had too much fun at the party last night because I was fighting to stay awake in church. Not that the service wasn't good, the service was good. I just was tired. I just was tired. So good time. And then before that on Friday, this has been a whole party week. I think the Tucker has had too much party. I don't think the party had too much Tucker or vice versa. Because Friday, my I have three friends that I adore. I call them my besties. We all went to see Ricky Smiley. He was here in our city, and that was fun. And that was really fun too. That was a lot of fun Friday night. And we get in there, and they had bought me a lemonade, and I spilt the dang on lemonade as soon as, I mean, the full lemonade. I took two sips out of it and spilt the entire thing down in front the down the down, down the floor, because this floor is on a slope, and so the entire thing fell down the floor. It was a hotmess.com, but anyway, embarrassing, I might say that. It was embarrassing because everybody kept looking, like you could see all of a sudden like heads bending down, like what's running. What's on the floor? It was like a collective swoop of heads going down, trying to figure out what was on the ground before them. Okay, I think we may have 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me do one more. We may have enough of these put together so that we can start assembling the purse. We will probably only be on here for a little bit of time because it won't take us long to assemble this purse since we have all of our pieces cut out together. I think the reason why I wanted to show you guys this is that while you're creating, you can make all of these things that are on Silhouette your own, right? It doesn't have to be what the way that they have designed it. It can be whatever you want. So looking at this, you can see this is not the size of the bag. Last week, the bag I showed you was probably this big. Now you can see as I have enlarged this as big as I can get it to cut on a piece of paper so that I can make it a big gift bag. And I cut it in half on the bottom because in the Silhouette, it's all one so that it cuts out of one piece of paper. But I've cut it in half at the bottom and then made a little lip on it so that it can I can connect the pieces together. So this bag measures 9.5 wide, and on the bottom it's going to measure from top to the bottom 8, just 7.25 or 7.3. No, let's get it up there. It will be 8. So 9.5 by 8 is the size of this bag. That's a pretty good sized bag out of cutting it out of paper, and you can manually make whatever you want or put whatever you want inside of it. So this bag's going to be pretty large, considering that normally it would just be a gift bag size. So I put these, this is where we're going to connect the two together, right? This is the flap that I've made so we can connect the two. And we'll connect them right in the middle like that, which will make this a very nice size gift bag. But before we do that, I want to put my MCM logo on it. Now, this is more Halloween-y than I thought it would be. I was thinking that this glitter paper would be a little browner, but it's very Halloween-y with it now. But I'm going with it. Hey, she can use it as a trick-or-treat bag if she wants to. And it also took a long time for our M's to for this to cut out of the paper. So if you're going to do a project like this, don't wait till the last minute like I did this morning to cut these things out, because it did take the Silhouette quite a while, since it's glitter too, and it cuts it twice out of the paper. So you want to make sure to give yourself enough time if you're going to use this as a gift for an individual to. I picked this kind of orangey paper because I thought that it would be more like the brown leather that you have when you're working on an MCM, but it's more with the black, it's really Halloweeny, but that's okay. We're going to use it. And then I'm going to center this onto here. I'll just use some tape for this one. Double-sided tape. Always great. Okay. Oh, that's got a lot of glitter fallout on that one. Got that centered. I'll just do the same thing for the other side. Hello, hello. A new word, Halloweeny. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of Halloweeny, and it is Halloweeny, but I mean it's coming up, so you can have a designer trick-or-treat bag. I think we're creating a new use, right? Let's have a designer trick-or-treat bag. That's a thing right there. Don't send your babies out with just a normal Kroger bag or Walmart bag. Give them a designer Halloween bag. Make it an MCM, a LV, a Gucci, a Louis Vuitton Halloween bag. Hey, Miss Divine One. How are you this Sunday? I went to the church building today. I went to the actual building today. I say that because I don't always go to the building, but today they saw my face in the building. All right, there we go. We got our second one down. Now, I like to layer. I tell you, I like to layer because layer makes craft projects look better. I would have done maybe another layer behind this one to make it 3D but because I was running out of time and I didn't have time to get everything prepped last night, I'm doing just a single layer, but this bag will be fine. I'm also thinking that I probably should have used a different color cardstock because this one seems awful bright. We got Halloweeny and brighty going on here. There's another word for you. Halloweeny and brighty. Okay. All right, we'll center this up. So the party was good too because I got to see family members that I haven't seen in a long time. A long time. It's always good to catch up. Always good to catch up. Okay. So now we're going to, this is where the bag becomes different than what you might see on the silhouette because this is where I made it my own and I'm putting these pieces together. I'm just lining the bag up along the bottom and then I'll put a little bit of glue on the one side. I'm making sure my seams are even. And then we will glue it down. Now, I also like to put a square inside of here to give it a little bit of, to give it some more strength. And I didn't cut that piece, so I'll cut that later and put it in. And then here are the sides that comes with it. So on this one, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see, that's bright there. Does that help you see better if I get rid of that light? I want you to be able to see, there we go. I want you to see that this has perforated lines in it, and I'm going to fold along the perforated lines so that I can help the bag, it'll fold down. Fold along the perforated lines. These perforated lines will help the bag actually fold up and close. If you resize your project and you make it larger than the project itself comes on the, just make sure you resize everything together. Like take the entire project and resize it as one, stretch from the corner and resize it together as one, so that the entire bag will increase in size, including like the handles and these little pieces. You want to be careful not to resize just a portion of it. Otherwise, your project will be messed up. Come on, what craft you gonna work on, Miss Divine? Which craft are you working on? I love crafting. It's therapy right now. It's my therapy. It's my therapy. Okay, so we have that. I think yeah. I'm trying to make sure that I put these on here the same direction so that my bag closes properly. Yeah. All right. We got that side. Now I'm going to put this side on. So yeah, what I was saying is make sure you resize your project at all before you separate it. Like group it all together and pull it and resize it. If you don't resize it all together, your pieces will not fit properly and your bag will be distorted in size. So always try to make sure that you resize everything as a whole. Yeah, this is going to be a big bag. Y'all see that? That bag is going to be big. Nice trick-or-ween Halloweeny bag. Designer Halloweeny bag. Okay, so now we're going to glue these edges down. See, I tell you guys can make this. It'll be less than half an hour. It's a personal touch. If you have a gift you want to give to somebody, a beautiful, you can, whatever you want to put inside of it. But this just gives them another level of personal touch that, hey, I care about you and I'm making this. I made this just for you. No one else has this bag, right? No one else will have this bag. Make sure when you're gluing down, you line up, make sure everything lines up together so that you have a square bag instead of the unsquare, out of shape bag. And then press all your edges down. I gotta flip this one around a little bit so I can see it better. I want to make sure that it lines up on the edge, lines up, no paper sticking out, and that it's touching at the bottom. All right, see that? It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful gift bag to give to someone or to collect your Halloween candy in. That's cute. It doesn't look so Halloweeny now. Now it doesn't look so Halloweeny when we put it all together. That's cute. Y'all quit tripping on me. That's not Halloweeny. That is so cute. Oh, okay. Bathroom vanity setup for your personal items. How cool. I like doing those things too. Those are I like everything. I like crafting, but I don't like painting. That's as like paint crafting. That's not my thing. I like this kind of creating, putting together crafting. But I do like building. Like I built the desk behind me, my drawers and everything that's behind me. I built all that kind of stuff. So I enjoy doing those creative crafting that way. But I'm not a painter or oh, see, I didn't get that one down all the way. Before I press that down, let's get that. Before we get this one glued in, that's what the importance of making sure we get all of our edges down, because you see it'll leave a hole if you don't. So make sure you get your edges glued down or closed in good. And that's how the bag will close in. Isn't that neat? Okay. Y'all see something that I missed? Because y'all can see things I don't get to see when we looking at it on camera. Do you ever get like that? Do you ever do? Hi, Cold Pepsi. Glad to have you here. You can. This one actually, Charmaine asked if she could buy the pattern and cut it on a cameo or a cricket. This is actually a cameo or a silhouette design bag. It's much smaller. Let me see if I can get the original size bag of how it comes out on the project. Hold on for me. I got to take my mic off and then I'll show you, and then we'll put together the handles. Just give me 2 seconds. We'll put the mic right there. Okay. We're going to set her aside over here. This is actually, this is the size that the bag is normally. This is what it looks like when you cut it off of silhouette. Of course, I did this Louis Vuitton because it doesn't come with any of that. It just comes with the plain bag. And I increased it by adding the Louis Vuitton design to it. And I doubled it up here by adding some layers. But this is the size that the bag normally comes. And this is the size that I changed it to. Do you see that? This is amazing, the size difference. Now this one is a 9.5 by 8 size bag. And this little guy right here, let's measure this little guy out. This little one is 4 by 3.5. 4 by 3.5. Yeah. And we just tripled it in size, you might as well say. Look at how little that is compared to this one. So you absolutely, this is in the silhouette design library. I think it was like $1.99. The color of it on there is, it's a white back with a little heart on it. I'll try to link in the hey Karen, you're never late to the party, baby. Come on in, let's have some fun. I'll try to link the bag's name below, but this is what the actual size from the silhouette, this is the way it looks. And I increase the size and add my own little design to make it bigger. And a friend of mine asked if I would make her a bag for MCM bag, and she's going to give some stuff away. And so this is what I created. Now, earlier I said it was kind of Halloweenish. I don't know. I said something earlier that it's Halloweeny or something, but it doesn't look so Halloweeny now, but it's still, if I were to do this again, if I recreate this again, I think I'll use like a brown paper behind here instead of the stark white bag. But that's okay. We're going to keep it going. It looks cute. So you saw me getting the handles prepped when we first came on video. And now I've taken the handles here and we're going to start putting these together so that we can finalize the purse. And this is why earlier when you saw me doing this as well, I just did half of, why do I have glue on my hands? I'm touching, oh, I got glue on the side of the bag here. I'm like, why do I have a big glob of glue all of a sudden? Okay. So to put the chains on it, I'm going to glue now the chains together. And we'll close these up. Now, normally in silhouette, when I saw the original project, it was just one of these little things hooked together onto the purse and then closed. I didn't like that. When you lay your bag down, I want the bag to have the gold on both sides. So I cut extra pieces so that I can glue them together and then glue them on the bag so that when the bag lays down, when my bag lays down, it will have the gold showing on both sides, right? I think that looks better to me. Now we're going to affix it to the purse. So I'm going to see so I can show you guys. Same way, I take the one side. Nope, I can't do that yet. I almost got ahead of myself. I can't do that yet. But what I can do is move it out the way. Just move that out the way. You got to put our little rings on it. This helps it make it look better too. Like all these little finishing pieces just make it look nicer. Oh, and what else? How else did I modify the, there we go. That's got to go on there. I also modified the bag because I made the ring holes bigger. I released the compound on them and stretched the holes on all of them together to make them bigger because it just, if you notice this one, see how small these are? Like the rings don't want to release well. And so I released the compound to make the holes bigger so that they would release better because these aren't moving freely like I want them to. I'll show you when we get this done. I'll show you exactly what I mean. And then because I want my inside to look as well as my outside, I cut extras of these circles also so that I can put them on the inside of the bag and have my inside look good. But it won't look good if I don't level it correctly, if I don't put it on there right there. So the inside can look good too. And I'm going to put a piece of cardstock in the bottom of there. You could put these on before you glue the bag together. But yeah, I didn't think about that. So truth be told, let's just tell the truth, right? Tell the truth, shame the devil. You could absolutely put those on before, but I didn't think about it. Okay. So now we're going to do this side too. Okay. So I think this project is cute. You can make it any way you want it to be. If you want it to be even larger, you could do that, but you would have to cut multiple pieces and cut them so that you can glue them together to make the bag even bigger. Absolutely can do that. You just have to make sure when you cut your pieces, like how I did. I seamed together this on the bottom here. If you wanted to make it bigger, you could make a seam in the middle and then figure out a way to cover that seam up so that it wouldn't be shown, or leave it there if it doesn't bother you. But you can make the bag big as you want. I try to do things so that I could have, you could even make it so that it's a seam in the back and not in the front. And that's what I was going to say. I try to do my project so that I don't have seams showing in the front of the project, at the bottom, at the back, either way. But you can absolutely make it bigger and just cut your pieces to mend them together. So don't ever feel like you can't rethink the project, right? Can't re-see it. Because you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. All right. A little black handle on a white bag. Yeah, that's, hey, we're making this bag original. That's original. We got 2 chains. You can also make your handles longer if you want it. You can do 2 chains or you could do 1 because you're mending your project. So you're making your project the way you want it to be, right? So what I'll do here is now I will put, and we'll glue, wait a minute. I might want to make my chain a little bit larger because that'll be that size. Can you guys see that? If I do it like this, it'll be too, do we want it larger? I'm going to back you up a little bit here. Let's back the camera. Oh, you're back as far as you can go. Okay. I'm trying to debate if I want to make my handle longer. What do you guys think? I am using glitter paper for the MCM, and for everything else, I just use 65-pound cardstock. I didn't use the heavy. I have 110. I have 80 cardstock, but for this, for everything, I just use 65 cardstock. I doubled up the handle with like 3 layers so that it would be stronger. Mm, I think one more link would look nice too. So let's put another link in it. Let's put another link in the bag. We'll take this one off. Okay. I mean, I'm about to chop that one up, make it look bad. Okay, I'm going to glue this one together in here. And this is good. This is why I cut extra pieces, because I want to make sure, just make sure you get them even when you glue them down. Try to make them, so that's 1, 2. And then here we're going to make our third one like this. I might have to cut a few more extra pieces, but if so, I can do that. Let's see. So if I do it like that, the handles will then hit the ground. I'm not going to glue it. I'm just going to let you think and let you look at it and tell me what you think. So we have, oh, no, we'll be good. We'll be good. That's how it'll look. When we get this side on, it'll look like that, right? We'll be good to go. Okay, come on through. Come on through. I like that, y'all. Help me out. Craft with me now. Give me some suggestions and some ideas. And I'm just gluing it. I'm gluing it together now inside so that it stays on the bag. I just put my little glue in that piece there. And there it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And look at how freely that flows. Yep. Okay. Come on through, sis. Okay, now we're going to put these 3 together. I'm going to have to cut some more. I think I need at least, oh, I might not. I have 2 here, 3. Oh, we good. We good, y'all. We good to go. We are good. We don't need to cut anymore either. We just need to assemble these together. Come on through. That's right. I love it. You have to figure, okay, I'm glad you said that. I am glad you said that. You don't have a Cricut or a Cameo. If you don't, I think that, I will show you how to do it. Because you can do it without the machine. The machine makes it easier, but you don't have to have the machine. I don't think so. Well, oh, I messed up. I got to hurry up and get this off of here because I messed up. I glued this down before putting it on the chain. Y'all see? I mean, I just messed up right there. That's okay. I'm going to fix it though. I'm going to fix it and glue it back together. Don't be afraid to try it. And even if you mess up, y'all didn't stop me. Y'all didn't stop me fast enough to tell. Yes, you can absolutely join the replay. I'm going to put it up later. It'll be on where you can see the replay. So you can see it from the beginning. But yes, I'm glad you're here now, though, and you can pick up the beginning at there. And then, I mean, although you came in right when I made a mistake. But it's all good. We were able to catch it and fix it. Y'all see, I didn't get that glue first before I put it in. I didn't get the handle on there before I glued it down. So that's all right. I messed up, but we fixed it. Okay, so now that's how our handle is going to look. Y'all, that looks so cute. And so I'm just going to glue the inside of this, of the chain link like we did before and make that work. That's how it will look. Look at my handle. That's how it will look. Adorable. Original size. I enlarged it, made it Halloween-y. But hey, it's a designer trick-or-treat bag. I'm going with that one. I'm going with it's a designer trick-or-treat bag. Okay. And you could absolutely put like this MCM, the glitter around here as well. Like how I did the handles here. See how I decorated that with the Louis Vuitton? You could do that as well with these handles. it's your project. You can do it any way you want to. It doesn't even have to be these same colors. It could be it doesn't even have to be this bag. You could use fabric and create this with the, with the same thing. So let me quickly, I'll read some of the comments while I'm putting this one together, and then I will show, is it Miss Karen who didn't have the silhouette cricket? I will show you how to do without the special equipment. Because I know not everyone has that, has some of this stuff. And this, sometimes these items can be huge investments for one project. If you're a crafter and you like to craft and do it all the time, then I think that when you are able, investing into the machinery is worth it. But if you just have one project, find a friend who has it and let them cut it out for you. Or I believe on, I don't do it myself, but I think on Etsy, I've seen people advertising that they will cut projects for people and send it to them. I don't myself do that, but I guess I could if I knew somebody really wanted something really bad, I could cut out for them and send it to them. I dream of one day opening a craft store that will have all of these machines and stuff for people who don't want to make the investment in buying the machines, to be able to come out and still be able to craft and just rent a space and utilize the machines out of my store. It's one of the dreams that I've had for a while, and I just haven't been able to make it come to fruition yet. Haven't been able to make it come to fruition yet. Okay. I hear my husband upstairs making his Sunday breakfast. He is a true traditional guy. Every Sunday he does the same thing. I love it. Does not bother me at all. And it's so funny too, because he always says, I guess I got to get up and make my breakfast. You guys are so spoiled. Every Sunday, y'all want me to make breakfast for you. And I say in my head, no, every Sunday you want to make breakfast, but we eat it. You love it. But we'll let him blame it on us because that's what he wants to do. I just love it. I'm not a big breakfast person. He is. So for me, he always makes 3 sausages, turkey sausages, and 1 piece of toast every Sunday. It's so cute to me that he does that. And I'm not complaining because I love that that's what he does. So I am in Indiana. I am located in Indiana. That is my home state. Indiana, the home of everything different. I am located in Indiana. I'm in my craft room is in my basement of my house. That's why I can hear my husband over my head prepping for his Sunday morning meal. All right, my loves. She is finished. Handles and all. She is finished. Look at that. That's cute. That is cute. That is cute. Yep, it makes him happy. Okay, so let me I am going to grab a piece of paper and I will show you how to do it without the machines. Hold on 1 second for me. Let me grab a piece of paper here. A couple pieces of craft paper. Just 1 minute. All right, don't fall off. I don't want them to have to hear. Okay. couple pieces of craft paper. Alrighty. I'm going to get my cutter to see if I can make these even for you. And I have not done this before, so judge ye not. Judge ye not. I'm doing this as a favor to my friend Karen, Miss Karen, to see if we can do this without having the bags, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is take this 8.5 by 12 piece of paper, and I'm going to just cut it down to 6 inches, right? And if you don't have a cutter, you could probably do it with just making sure you use a ruler and a straight edge. So I'm going to cut that down to 6 inches. And then I am going to, if I have a 6 inches, I want 3 and 3 is half, but I probably want an inch in the middle for a base, right? So I'm going to use my Score Buddy. If you don't have a Score Buddy, you don't have to have this either, but I'll show you what you can do if you don't have a Score Buddy. We got 11 halves, right? 11 and 11. So I want my bag to have 4 on each side. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to score 4 inches at the 4. And I'm going to flip it on the other side, and I'm going to come and do 4. If I do 4, though, that makes that base really wide. That makes it like a 2-inch. So I'm going to change that. Instead of doing 4, I'm going to do 5. 5 score. I'm going to flip it around. And even though that score line is there, I'm still going to do 5. That makes my base a little bit smaller. Yeah. And then I am just going to fold on that score line. Let's get this out the way. Y'all testing my math skills here. Y'all testing my math skills. And fold on this score line to give me a base. Yep. So that's a thin bag, isn't it? Do we want it that thin? Probably not. So I'm going to do, I'll fold it on that first score line of 4. And that's easy. Now what I'll do now is just cut this piece off. This extra. Because I think that's a good base on the bottom. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I like that. That's a good base on the bottom. This little piece, that extra that I have here, I'll just cut that off. Right? Y'all testing a sister, but she gonna come through for you. She gonna come through. Oh, yeah. And that makes it so we can fold it in half if we wanted to. Hey, I see that little mistake turned into a happy mistake there. All right. So there's our purse. Now we need some sides, right? Yes, I will find the template to the purse and share it for you. I absolutely will. Okay, so here's our bag. If we don't have all that material, here's our bag. If you don't even have the little Score Buddy, all you have to do is measure along your sides. I'm getting my ruler here. My pencil. Okay, for those just coming in, I was asked, how do you make the purse if you don't have the silhouette and or cameo? And so I took an 11.5 piece of paper. I cut it down 6 inches this way so that it's 6 inches wide. And then I am now showing you what to do. If you wanted to score it, you just mark a, get a ruler, mark at 4, and then mark at 6. And your paper would be even. And this would be the size of your base in the bottom here at 4 and 6. And then just take something that you have with maybe a round blunt end on it. anything that you could have with a round blunt end. I'll find something in here like this paintbrush, and then you can just score along the sides like that, right? To give you a score line if you don't have these tools at home. You don't have to buy all this stuff to make it work. You can actually create it without having all these fancy tools. It just takes the fancy tools, the equipment, the machinery just takes it takes the guessing and the calculations out of it for you, right? That's all that does. It takes the guessing and calculations out of it for you. So now I need to make my sides, right? So I'm going to measure. I know my sides are measuring at, what are my sides measuring at? They should be measuring at 4 inches. Yes. So I need to take this piece of paper and I'm going to cut it down, not to 4 inches. I'm going to cut it down to 5 inches because that will give me an opportunity to have a lip to glue it down to. So I'm going to do this twice to 5 inches because I need to have 2 of them for each side, right? We good? Y'all following me so far? Miss Karen, you got me out here. You got me out here. Y'all following me? Okay. Now I've got my 2 sides and I left an inch on this so that I could score it. So what I'm going to do is, again, bring in my little scoring buddy. I got a smaller one here I'm going to work with. You can do the same thing by, and I'm just going to, you can do the same thing without having this tool. Remember that. But I left an inch on here, right? I cut it down at, it's 5 inches. I left an inch. I'm going to go to 1 inch and I'm going to score it so that I can glue this in the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing without the tool so that you can see how it works. Without this tool, I'm going to take my little ruler and I'm going to measure 1 inch. And I'm going to mark 1 inch. 1. I'm marking 1 inch here as well. I hope you can see that. So I marked 1 inch, 1 inch. And then I'm going to take my little tool that I have to score on. Make sure that my paper is even. Come against the line for my 1 inch. And I use this little ball and score it down. So now I have that scored as well. So you see, the paper really, all these tools do is just make it a little easier, maybe faster. And that's how that will fit in here. Now to really make it fit good, I am going to taper my edges. And that should give me a good fit. But you're going to say, well, wait, you have to do something on the sides to get it to fit inside of there. You're right. Because it won't, I can't glue it together on the edge, so I need to do another score line to make the sides fit. And on this one, I am going to score it at, on each side, I'm going to score it at 3/8, right? And this, you would need to have your little, let's flip it over here. I'm trying to figure out how to get it scored without having it a bad angle, but I guess I'll do it this way. You would literally need to have your ruler to show you a 3/8 score line to get this line. But you could do it. You could do it. And you could just make a guesstimate on it too. It doesn't have to just be at 3/8. You can make a guesstimate on it to get it to fold into your line. Again, it's a craft. It's a handmade craft. You can actually do it without having it that way. Now I'm going to fold my edges in. This isn't perfect because I'm rushing. but you'll get the gist of what I'm talking about. I score my line. I cut my little edges out here. Okay, now I'm ready to do my glue. All right, so I've got my, let's cut that out again. That's not working. Let's cut that out. And that way it'll fold better. All right, kids, here goes nothing. We're gonna glue it down. And take paper and just test it until you get what you want, right? Because craft paper is like, if you buy it in a bundle of 100, it's like no money. You know, it's like 5 cents or 2 cents or 3 cents a piece of paper. So even if you did it with copy paper, until you just test and keep practicing and trying it until you get what you want. Don't be afraid to try it, especially on like copy paper or paper that's cheap. Now, I wouldn't go out and buy the $2.49 Joann fabric paper on your first time and without having tested this before. But I would test it several times on just some cheap copy paper or craft paper that you see me doing here. And then once you get the design perfected the way you want it to be, absolutely create your project on the more expensive paper. And so now I'll just glue my sides, my edges together. And yes, I realize that we haven't made handles for it yet, but that's coming. I got something for you in my mind already that we can do to make the handles. Make sure you're squared up and glue it down. How we doing? Yeah, test it on the copy paper before you start using your really good paper. Get your lines and your numbers together to make it work for you. Okay? You can do this. Like I see on the bottom here that I have a hole. See, that has a gap in there. Somehow I either didn't get this centered right or didn't cut it too short. But that's okay. It's our test. And I would know what to look for next time if I were going to make this again. I'd know to watch out for making sure that I cut these wide enough. Changing my measurements and cut it wide enough. And as you create and craft, write down your numbers, right? Get your blank piece of paper and write down the numbers that actually work for you and your measurements. If you don't have the machine to do it, that way you know which ones worked and which ones didn't. So there's a little bag just starting that way. If I wanted to have this folded, I'd just pinch them on the edges and fold it like that. Right? So we at least made the little bag part. Now the other part is, how do we get handles? Now these are the handles that come on the silhouette in the package. Excuse me. These are the handles that come with the, when it cuts out. You could take anything round. My coffee cup has. What can I have that's round? Here, this tape. You could, look at us. We coming up with resources, sis. We coming up with resources. I could take this and I can circle. Hey, that's working perfect, right? That's gonna be fly. Look at how I took that tape and I'm going to cut it out. This is one option. Just hold on. Just hear me out for a second. Cut along the edges. I'm not good at cutting a straight line, so that's why I'm not a seamstress. My mom was a seamstress. I couldn't cut a straight line to save my life. So I didn't follow in her footsteps. So you could do it this way. This is one way you could create this. Again, if you were going to do this with handcrafting it, maybe make it a couple of them, cut a couple of these out and make a handle this way, right? We could even take the ends of it, go straight and circle those out. I mean, you are really testing my crafting skills here. That's one way you could do that. Or you could take your bag and you can do this. Take a piece of ribbon, get you a hole punch, hole punch your bag in one spot, hole punch your bag, make them even, of course, in another spot, and punch your ribbon through there. Tie a little knot in the back of your ribbon here. I'm just pulling things that I have around the house to try to show this to you. I would find you know, something stronger, or if I were going to do this, you know, I'd make it a little stronger. I'd help support the paper and the holes to make sure that they didn't rip when you put something in the bag. But this gives you a great idea of another way that you can do and create this bag with. All right. Stuff that inside of there. But that's a way you could do it. It doesn't have to be up this high. Then you can decorate the front of the bag with anything that you wanted to decorate with. But you could do it like that. I hope that helped, Karen. I hope that helps. And look at that. We created that in a matter of moments. Johnny on the fly, on the spot on the fly. And I just tested it out with my paper. Now we'd have to come up with a way to make this chain. If we use this, we'd have to come up with a way to make it stick onto the bag or to connect it to the bag. But yeah, there's a way you can create it without having the tools. Long and short, right? Answering the question, you absolutely can make some of these craft projects without having all of these expensive tools, and don't have to feel left out of the party. You don't have to feel left out of the party. We just created a little bag. Now, what would I put in this? I would probably put a gift card, some candy, a little, I mean, almost, you could put just about anything inside of it that fits this size bag. I think it's a 5x4. So that's the size of that bag. That's the size of this. And then here's the size of the bag that we made today. What do you think? Talk to me. Are you guys going to try it? I'm going to find the link to the silhouette bag and put it in when I post the video up. I'll get the link and I'll put it in the I'll try to pin it in the comment or in the description section so you guys can go out to Silhouette and find these little purses to make. I am not sponsored by Silhouette. They are not paying me for this. I just love the projects that they have on there and love creating them, adding my own spin to them all. And I think that's what I want you guys to know. As you're crafting, you can see something. You can start out with the project the way that the original creator made it, but that doesn't have to be the way that you end the project. And this little MCM baggie is definitely a cute tee, and one that I will probably make again with different colors. And I got to figure out now what I'm going to do with, look at these, you guys. All these MCMs that were on the, because these were cut out of the, they were cut out the glitter. So I got to figure out if there's something I can do with all these little cute MCMs. I hate to throw them away, but if I don't figure out something to do with them, that's what I'll do. I'll throw them away. So that's it for today, you guys. We made it an hour, even though I thought we wouldn't. I thought we would be, well, we would have been just an hour, but we did a favor for a friend, right? We helped our crafting friends see that you can do this without the machines. So I will promise you I'll try to get the link and link it down below. And oh, bookmarks. Yes. Thank you, Karen. Come on through, sis. See? Yes. Yes. Until the meantime, I will see you next week. Don't know what project we will do, but it will be fun and we will be together, and that's what matters. Until then, stay classy. I'll see you in the next video.